Hello everybody and welcome back to Court Farms, where today we're going to be finally planting our potatoes. I've been looking forward to this for a very long time, and what we'll be doing is we'll be using the irrigator mod again on this field, and that will actually act as the fertilizer for the potatoes. So there is a lot to do, and I would like to do this in a realistic way to make it easier when harvesting. So the first thing we have to do really is to go and buy another potato harvester, because we do have one, but it's just a bit too small. So my plan is to buy the bigger one, and then we'll still be able to plant that field, but much quicker. And in fact, the bigger one is still quite slow to use, so we definitely do not want to be using that small one just there. But we'll still be using this tractor. This is a good tractor for it. So I'm just going to take the cultivator off first of all, and then we are going to buy the bigger planter. And the way we're going to do it is we're going to get a contracting company to bring it to the farm for us on their low loader, because we can't afford a truck, we cannot afford a low loader. That is the most realistic way of doing it, getting a local company to do it for us. Obviously we'll still be owning the lorry ourselves, but we won't act as if we are. We'll just pretend that we don't own it. We can't just use it willy-nilly, we'll just use it if we're really in desperate need for it, basically. We can sell that bale trailer if we really need to, but I'm going to leave it there just for now because it's handy for transporting the bale wrap on. So I'll leave it there for the time being. Now, let's go and pick up our smaller planter, and then we'll sell it. I don't really want it, it's just too small for the job, really. All the fields on this map are big enough for the larger planter, so no point having this one. The only good thing about this one is you can take it on a road. It's just not too wide. The other one is just way too wide. It's unfortunate that it doesn't fold up really, the bigger one, because it is a bit of a hassle. But that's just the way it is. So we'll just get it on the back of a low loader, take it over here that way, and then we can finally get some potato planting done. I don't know if it will be today that we actually do the irrigating, but it'll definitely be tomorrow if it's not. So the way we're going to do the irrigating is basically we go pretty much up the centre of the field. I think it just depends on the working width. We might have to do 2 runs actually. I'm going to get a really small seeder, and I'm going to do 2 rows, very narrow rows, for us to drive the tractor and the irrigator up. That way we don't have to actually drive over the crop, we don't have to crush it. So that would be grass. We'll plant some grass up the centre, and that should make the field look quite good. So here we are at the shop, and this is the local company. This is their low loader and their truck. We will just sell this first of all. Just drop it in the box. And we can get £12,600 for that, so that's not too bad. The new one isn't extravagant, but obviously it is a bit pricey. So we will buy that first. This one here, the Grimmer GL 66 or 660, and this requires 102 horsepower, so that's no problem, and it has a working width of 6 meters. So we'll buy that. We're left with £12,628. Now all we have to do is let the company get it onto their trailer. And here it is, all ready to go. That is on there very well. It's still a very wide load though, so we're going to have to be very careful. But the next time we see this, we'll actually be at the field, because we are not the driver of this lorry. So I'll see you at the field. Right, so we're not actually at the field because it's quite hard to get through the gateways, so we need to refill it obviously. Now the potatoes we've got in storage have all gone, we've sold them all, so that was probably a bad idea, but we should be able to fill them up from the seed refill point. Just don't know how I'm going to get this off. This might look bad, but ouch, that must have hurt. Well, it's off now, so what we'll do is we will just reverse into the refill point. Hopefully it's going to work. Really hope it is. Otherwise, I don't know how we're going to do any potato planting. That's going to be quite difficult. Thank goodness for that. We can refill it. So yes, it's going to be a bit difficult getting it back to the field, just because it is so wide. It's actually wider than the gateways. Now hopefully it's going to be on our side by there being a few areas of the gateway which aren't actually collisioned. So hopefully this gate post here, fingers crossed it doesn't have a collision on it. It might do. If it does, we might just have to find an alternative route. But fingers crossed we will actually get through there. Now it's actually filled up to 82% and it won't go any higher for some reason. I'm not sure why. But that's okay, because that is a good start. Oh, we're in luck. That actually went through there, no problem at all. So I'm going this way around rather than trying to snake through the yard, because that would be a bit more difficult. We don't really have to go too far at all to get to our field, which is a bonus. And also we only have to cross a road without actually have to drive down a road, because that would be quite difficult. It isn't actually wider than that gate. I thought it was. Good, so we are finally here. So the way this is going to be done, I am going to leave a border, which we will plant at the end, but we will still leave a gap. Very similar to how I did the sugar beet actually, on Sandy Bay. I'm going to go up here. There is a bit being missed actually, a bit of cultivation missed, but that's okay. That was the worker. I think if I start here, you see what the plan is to be able to do this, so that when we harvest we've got enough space to turn around on each headland with the harvester. That's the idea. So if we turn that on, we could put the ridge marker down. I don't usually use them, but really I just want to make the first row, first pass of the field. Now what I have to do is go up one side of the field and then down the other. Probably with the New Holland, I apologise, it's just because it's the other tractor we have. We don't really have too many. We do have a Massey Ferguson, but it's too small for the job. So the New Holland, it's barely any work though, just a little bit. It's basically just a grass strip for us to drive the tractor up, that'll be the Massey Ferguson, for the irrigator, for us to pull the irrigator to the top. That's all it's for, but it will be handy. Yeah, that marker is doing absolutely nothing. I'm going to put that away. And then yes, at the top here we have to remember to stop in advance. It's actually using these potatoes very quickly. I wish it had filled it to the top. Right, I'm going to stop there. And then just got to keep doing this really until the field is done. It's a big job, it's a slow job, but it will pay off when it is done, because the harvest should be really good. In a minute, when I've got far enough, when I think I've got far enough, I will get the seed drill and I will just go down the side of where we've been, just put one strip of grass, and then when we get far enough again, we'll do the same thing. Very simple. If you don't know what I mean, you will know very soon. I wish that cultivator had done that. I can't believe it missed that. It did the whole field fine, but then it just decided not to do that bit. Really weird. Just got a bit confused, I think. Don't we all? Right, so I'm going to continue, and we'll probably have to refill very soon, but I'll probably go up and down a few more times, and then I'll resume the video. Okay, so I've been going quite a long time. It is a slow job, but it doesn't bother me. I actually quite enjoy doing this. And you can see that we are back on 53%. I have actually refilled the planter already. It does go down very quickly. It definitely uses a lot of potatoes, but you would probably expect that. So I think we're probably at the width now where we should be thinking about putting the grass strip in. I really wish I had gone back and cultivated that, because it looks really bad. I didn't realise it was so bad until I went over it just now with the planter. But yes, we will go and get the New Holland and we'll go and put the seeder on it, set it to grass, and we'll just put one very narrow grass strip next to probably the next row down, because we're going to go down again with this. Now I have a feeling that this probably is not wide enough still. It'll probably, when we have the irrigator going, it'll probably still throw the water into the grass field over there. But it's better to be too narrow than too wide, otherwise we're going to miss bits completely. Obviously if it's perfect that would be great, but it's quite hard to actually estimate how far to go, because you can't obviously get a tape measure out or anything in Farming Simulator. So we're just going to have to guess. It's a bit of guesswork really. This will be the primary irrigating strip. We will do one more because the field sort of curves outwards at that end, at this end, at the top. So we'll have to do another one. That'll be a secondary strip. This will be the main one. This will probably fertilise most of the field, and then the bit which it misses will be covered by the secondary strip. It's just the shape of the field really, which means that we have to have two different strips. It's just the size of it, but I think it's going to go quite well. I really do hope it will be. Tomorrow will be the day when we get the irrigator. We'll set it all up. I'll hopefully do it all properly. I did it on Melbury Estate. That was the first time I had ever used it. I did have a bit of a trial run and tried to get used to it, and I think now I probably do know how to use it properly. I think I do. So it'll certainly be better than when I did it on Melbury Estate, because that was the first time ever. But fingers crossed it's all going to go really realistically and well. As long as I don't get the irrigator flying into the air and across the map, because that is what happened on Melbury Estate off screen. Right, here we are. We are at the end. We will just stop that there. We will park it out of the way. Here it is. This cow is very intrigued and it has come through its railing just to look at us. Let's get this started up. I think we'll probably leave the mixer here. We don't really need to take it back with us, so we'll just put it in the shed. Cow productivity is only 35%. Better than 0, so at least they're not totally unhappy, but they really do need some work. That's okay. Good. So, back to the yard. Go and get the seeder. I actually really like this yard. This is a very nice yard to be in. I think I probably prefer it over the other one actually. Ah, our contractors have gone. The lorry has been taken away, so at least we've got more space now in the yard. Let's get the seeder on. Now obviously we're going to need about, what, 20% or something, because we're going to barely plant anything. But in fact, there you go, we've got 21%. I might just put a bit more in just for safe measure. 51 will be fine. Oh yes, this is the bouncy New Holland. We're going to have to put a front weight on, but I haven't yet worked out how to put the linkage down. I still don't know how to do it. It's an issue. It is an issue. So I'm going to have to do it without. Please, someone, if you know how to put the front linkage down on the New Holland Mod Pack, please do let me know, because as you can see, I am seriously struggling here. I thought it'd be a case of just pressing a button or just going up to a front weight and attaching it, but it doesn't seem to be the case. I could not find any control for it at all. I was struggling with that on Melbury Estate. That was I sat there for about 10 minutes before I recorded one day, trying to figure out how to do it, and I just could not do it. It's probably something really simple. The good thing is the seed drill will most of the time be on the floor, on the ground drilling, so we shouldn't have any issues really. We're just a bit bouncy going down the road here, looking incredibly dangerous, and anyone seeing it would probably run a mile. But let's get our grass strip put in. It doesn't have to go all the way from the border, just from here. We'll probably start it about there. And obviously it needs to be as straight as possible, but it really doesn't matter too much because it's just the bit which we're going to drive on when we pull the irrigator up the field. Now the Real Terrain mod is actually pulling me into the furrow there, into the ridge. Just stay to the right of it. I wish I could plant perfectly straight because it would look just so much better, but I just can't. You could get a worker to do it actually. I could have got a worker to do that. It would have been really straight then. But, you know, it's better than driving in the crops. So basically, we drive to the top, and then we stop, and then we continue with the potato planter, which we'll probably have to fill up again very soon. It's only on 23%. And then when I think we've got far enough again, which will probably be almost at the end, we will just do another grass strip, and then when we get the irrigator set up there, we'll set it so that it only covers sort of one side of the field. It doesn't go 180 degrees, it just goes probably 90 degrees. Didn't mean to click that. Right, so yeah, almost there. And that can stay up here until we need it again. So we'll just turn it off. Back into our potato planter, which we'll go and refill now because we're not going to get down up and down again. It's just not going to be possible. It uses it so quickly. So I'll go and refill. I won't record it in case we have any problems with the gateways, but see you back at the field. Here we are back at the field. Didn't have any problems with the gates, so they're all still in place. None of the gate posts have been ripped out. Now when we go up here, it means because we put the grass strip in there, even if I do overlap, it's not going to overwrite the grass strip, which is actually a good thing because I probably would go off course and I'd probably just totally wipe out the grass strip we've just put in there. So just continue as normal. I'll keep going up and down, and then as I did before, I'll resume the video once I have progressed further across the field, because I don't want to bore you. You know how all this works. Basically we're just going up and down the field, and really all you want to see is the progression of how we're doing. So see you in a minute. Oh, better do a bit of in-cab first actually. I know how a lot of you like the in-cab views, so first person's always good. I actually get a lot of questions saying, will you ever do an entire episode in first person? Well, probably not, but you know, if I was recording these videos for my own enjoyment, just to watch, just for me only to watch, yeah, of course I would, because I like first person, but that is probably not the majority of my viewers' opinion. A lot of you will probably want to watch in third person as well, so I always just alternate between the two, just so you get a better view. But yeah, there we go. So yep, see you in a second, where we will be hopefully quite a bit further across the field. Right then, so we're almost empty once again. This is really killing our bank balance. I didn't realise it could be so expensive just to plant some potatoes. We really should not have sold the stuff we had in storage, but didn't really realise it at the time, and we did need the money. But we're now at that stage where we're ready to put the secondary grass strip in. So what I'll do is I'll go and get the New Holland, and we'll start at the other end. Just get it started up again. Now one thing is, each time I've gone up and down I have stopped slightly differently each time, accidentally of course. So, I don't know, I probably should go across just to neaten it up, but then it means that the rows will be going in the opposite direction, which wouldn't be very good. So, I don't know, don't really know what to do for the best there. Well, let's just get this grass strip in, and then at least this will be for the irrigator again, for covering half of this side and all of that side. We definitely don't need any more grass strips though. And if you notice that bit over there which is not cultivated, that is because we get the error message saying you do not own this field, and I think that is because we don't own field number 10. So we won't be able to plant that either, so it doesn't really matter. It's just a tiny bit of wasted land. And there we go. That is us done with the new home. We don't need it again now. So I'll just position this over here. And we shall resume with the potato planter. And I think this time I'll just get it all planted, and then we'll run the final row. I'll resume the camera and show you what it looks like at the end. It's not going to look amazing, but it's going to work, and that is the main thing. Just as long as it works. You can see the general idea now, though. This is how I wanted it to look roughly. Obviously not how I wanted it to look on paper. Everything was perfectly straight when I drew this out, but yeah, it's good enough. It looks fairly good, so I'm happy. Right then, so we're really making progress, except for our bank account, which really is not making progress. That is actually minus £694. But we do know why, so it's not too bad. And obviously, the money is in this field, and also we harvested all of that oilseed rape last time, and that is still yet to sell. So we've still got quite a bit of money waiting. So we're not actually doing as bad as it looks. But what do you think? That is pretty much the final product there. I didn't do the corner, I kept it perfectly straight just because it makes it easier for the harvester. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Just going to put one line of potatoes here, and then we are done. So I think overall this is going to make potato harvesting a lot easier. When we're doing the up and down parts of the field, that bit there, the main bit, that'll be done with a worker. So that is why we have to leave such a massive border here, so that it's actually got space to turn around. You know they're not very intelligent, these farming simulator workers. So there we go. Hopefully you like what I've done there. It's not a piece of artwork, I can totally appreciate that, but I have tried my best. Yes, that is my best. So if you can beat me, please do try and beat me, and do some screenshots. I would love to see them. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode, and we will be doing the irrigating tomorrow. So that is all to come. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.